Hi, my people. Good day to you. Welcome to Daily Mind Shift. And on today's episode, I want us to talk a little bit about knowing who we are, knowing who you are, knowing who you really are. So, you learn who you are. That's what I want us to talk about. That's the statement I want to make right now, is what we'll build today's episode upon. You learn who you are by unlearning what they taught you to be. You learn who you are by unlearning what they taught you to be. What have you been doing about yourself? How have you been doing? Who do you think you are? Many of us are living the life we're living based on what people say we are. And I'm not discounting that there are some people that are gifted and graced and trained to help you discover who you are. And some of them will tell you who you are. But in essence, nobody is living your life, all right? You are the one that is living your life 24/7. I'm not saying you shouldn't listen to the opinion of others about who they think you are. But discovering who you are, I believe, is your sacred duty. I believe is your responsibility. And one of the ways for you to discover who you are is first to unlearn what they've taught you to be. What have the people in your life, what have they taught you to be? What have your father taught you to be? Your mother, what has she taught you to be? Many people cannot even think for themselves, you see. Are you guilty of that? Are you a culprit of that? Are you in the cage of what people have taught you to be? You would have heard people say, this is who I am. This is who I am, especially when they are caught in a very bad habit. This is who I am. No, that's not who you are. That's what you've practiced over time. That's what you've been addicted to do over and over again. That's not who you are. You've not even sat down to do a personality test to see, okay, who am I? And that's exactly one of the things I recommend that you do. Go on Google and just take a personality test, and you see some 2-3 websites that will help you take some personality test. When you answer the questions they will pose to you correctly, no, there is no correct, wrong, or right answer. But when you answer, truthfully, when you answer those questions truthfully and you answer them honestly, you will be able to have a clue about who you are. It will take you a step closer to who you are. You will only learn who you are by unlearning what they taught you to be. One of the ways also that you can learn who you are is figure out what you like and what you don't like. You need to know, what don't I like? What do you like? What are your likes and your dislikes? They often help you to describe yourself to others. These are the things that separate us and relate us to others, to the people around us. When you understand what your likes are and you understand what your dislikes are, you are getting closer to who you really are. What are your likes? Just take a sheet of paper wherever you are and just write it. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? You might be a very creative person, write it down, creativity. You might be a person that yearns, and you have a very obsessive drive for learning. Write it down. I'm eager to learn. Maybe you are even good in 7 languages. Write it down. Those are your strengths. Some of you have impeccable integrity. Write it down. Some of your weaknesses might be you have insecurity. Write it down. You are narcissistic, right? You are egoistic. You are narcissistic. Life is all about you. You don't care about other people. You are selfish. Write it down. Be real with yourself. Don't try to think you are holy than you really are. All right? Be real with yourself. Because at the end of the day, like I always say, this life is not a dress rehearsal. You're already living your life. So, write it down. Maybe you don't have a stable relationship. Write it down. That's a weakness. That's a weakness. Some of us are, maybe you are social media obsessed. Write it now. It's not a good thing. It's a weakness. Social media obsession is a weakness. Examine your strengths and your weaknesses. Examine your strengths and your weaknesses. That's one of the ways, rather, that you can learn about yourself, who you really are. What brings you comfort? You need to know what makes you satisfied. What brings you comfort? And I will also recommend journaling, that you should keep a diary, keep a journal, so that you record your thoughts, you record your emotions, and you record whatever is going through your mind, you record them. Write it down. See, imagine that you've been keeping diary for like 2 years. When you read what you've written, you will see how you've grown. All right? And you can see patterns. You can see recurring patterns in your life. You can see, this is how I think. This is how I feel. You'll be able to discover yourself. Don't forget what I said. Take a personality test. Record your thoughts and emotions in a journal. Know what brings you peace. Know what brings you comfort. Know what relaxes your nerves. Examine your strengths and weaknesses and figure out what are your likes and your dislikes. They will help you. And finally, ask yourself important questions. Probe deeper so that you learn your core values, you learn your principles, you learn what you stand for. Question whether or not you are living the life you want to live. Question yourself. Am I living the life that I want to live? This life that I'm living, am I proud of it? Am I proud of it? Am I proud of it? Like what Scott Fitzgerald said. He said, I hope you live a life you are proud of. If you are not, I hope you have the strength to start all over again. And that is how I will finish today's episode. I hope that you are living the life you are proud of. If you find yourself that you are not living the life you're proud of, I hope that you have the strength to start all over again. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift. My name is Michael Ojola for Mindset Transformation Africa, and I will talk to you later. Bye.